Chris Weidman has the chance to make history this weekend. Will Chris Weidman be the first guy ever to come back off a horrific leg break injury in the octagon and make a successful comeback? Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Assalamu alaikum, Dagestan.
Chris Weidman is one of 4 guys in the UFC's history that had a leg break inside the octagon. There were some guys that had ACL injuries, whatever, or small ankle breaks or whatever, but real leg breaks there have been 4. And out of all 4 guys, no one ever made a successful comeback to the octagon. So the first guy ever was Corey Hill. May he rest in peace. He died of a heart attack in 2021, I believe, so may he rest in peace. He broke his leg way back in the day in his 3rd UFC fight. He was 1-1 in the UFC, broke his leg there in the fight, and after that got cut, was not in the UFC anymore, fought on regional scenes after a long layoff, because you have to see a leg break is a big thing.
It's so big.
It's not just, I don't know, like a knuckle in your hand that breaks, you just get hand surgery real quick after, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months, you're back. No, it's like, it's horrific. It's such a huge bone. They have to put metal plates in there, everything, and to even throw a kick again, the anxiety in your head to even throw that leg again is crazy. At the end of the day, he went, I think, 4-7 after that, so at least won a few fights. And Anderson Silva was the other guy, and it's not fun, but the coincidence is that Anderson Silva broke his leg when he fought Chris Weidman. And Chris Weidman then himself was on the receiving end of a leg break. So Anderson Silva broke his leg in his 2nd fight against Chris Weidman, when Chris Weidman defended his title for the first time. He came back after 1 year and 1 month, which is crazy after a leg break. That's unheard of. And even with all the helps of all the steroids in the world, it's crazy to come back after 1 year and 1 month and fight again. Because you're not just healed and then it's like, okay, yeah, you can train again, okay, I fight now. You have to go back to training, make a training camp. It's a long, tough road.
It's been a long 4 years.
It's crazy to think that he fought again after 1 year and 1 month. It's really crazy. He never got back to winning ways though, even though he won against Nick Diaz, but that was overturned because he was popped for steroids, which is quite obvious because of what I said. He had the leg injury. So obviously he had to take steroids. You can't come back without all the steroids in the world after 1 year and 1 month, after a leg break. And after that, Anderson Silva won 1 fight in his life again in the UFC, which was Derek Brunson, but otherwise lost all of his other fights. And Anderson Silva was the best back in the day. And even before that leg break, he lost to Weidman, yes, but he was still just considered to be the best. So I'm 1000% convinced that that leg break had a huge impact on the downfall of his career, because leg breaks like that are just, it's one of the most horrific injuries you can face in the octagon. Chris Weidman is the 3rd one, and he was out now for 2 years, 2.5 years more or less. It was April 2021, now it's August 2023. He's coming back now. He had a tough road, lots of up and downs. He always said he will make his comeback. It was also tough, it's not the youngest anymore, and it's the older you get, the harder it is to recover from stuff. You know what I mean? So it's really impressive that he even is able to come back. He broke his leg 17 seconds into his fight against Uriah Hall in April of 2021. And he has a chance this weekend to be the first guy to ever make a successful comeback to the octagon after a leg break. Because the only other guy who broke his leg in the cage was Conor McGregor. And as you know, Mystic Mac, the Notorious, is still out. He's not injured anymore, but he still hasn't fought. And he broke his leg a few months after Weidman. It was summer of 2021. So, you know what I mean? Weidman this weekend has a chance to make history, to be the first guy to successfully come back to the octagon after a horrific leg break. And that would be so beautiful for him. He fights Brad Tavares, tough opponent. But it would be so beautiful to see Weidman getting that comeback, defeating the obstacles of the leg break. It would just be so well deserved, and I believe it will, if Weidman gets to do this, it will give all the people, and hopefully that this will never ever happen again, but all the people who in the future will break their leg in the cage, in the octagon, or in any other organizations. It happens in other organizations as well, obviously, that it can give them hope that they can come back and can have a successful comeback to the cage. Weidman said, to defeat his inner demons, he will throw a leg kick right off the cage. Right when the fight starts, he will throw at the hardest leg kick he can, he said, which is, in my opinion, absolutely out of his mind. But I will be very nervous watching the fight because I don't know, just imagine he breaks his leg again. That would be crazy. But yeah, I really do hope Weidman can make a successful comeback. He will make history with that. It's a really big thing if he can come back from that injury and get a win in the cage. It will be huge. And I wish him all the luck in the world. Chris Weidman, the All-American. And write your opinion in the comments, guys. Do you think he will make a successful comeback? What is the craziest injury you've ever seen in the cage? Write in the comments, guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and that you don't break your leg. Make sure to get your sleep in. Until the next one, bye-bye. Bloodsport out.